So we've got Sam Kirtikar, who's with us now, MD of Clever Lending. So thanks for taking the time out to join us. How have you found the Manchester FSE today?
Yes, it's been really good actually. So it's quite a new venture for us coming to these events, and it's the second or third one we've been to now. And yeah, it's a really good experience all round. Today's been a really good day. Great location. So yeah, really good.
Now, there are a lot of more lenders entering the market. Do you think that's going to take it away from a more bespoke service to consumers or not?
There's lots of new lenders coming to the market essentially because regulatory changes are going to have to make it obligatory to look at secured loans now. But for consumers, there's lots of different ways of actually looking at this now, because so the brokers are going to have to consider it because of the regulations that are coming in on the 21st of March next year, that secured loans are going to essentially have to be looked at alongside mortgages. And so because there's much more lenders now offering this as a product, the proposition, the product range, lots more brokers are having to consider it as well. The consumers will inevitably get, as a natural consequence, a much better service. In terms of bespoke side of things, they're going to be a lot more accessible, for a lot more options and accessibility for the consumers. But for things such as adverse credit history, or complex financial scenarios, or anything for a CCJ or anything like this, there's going to be a lot more bespoke products which may be offered and made available for consumers, so that they can actually get access to the equity in their property and get some loan options really. So
what do you think can be done to educate the brokers about loans, but also the kind of wide range of scenarios that can occur?
So that's the key thing at the moment, I think. As I say, Clever Lending ourselves, we're quite new to the industry. I say new and we're fresh. We kind of middle of last year we joined the market, and to us we're joining now because it's all about the regulation changes that are coming in next year, and because they're coming in, because of the things that are happening with secured loans, there's lots of things that the brokers need to be aware of, and it's all about not just us, it's all the master brokers in the marketplace coming together. There's all the players that have been out there for much longer than us, and all the people coming in now. It's all about coming together and really delivering that message collectively with the lenders, all coming together through seminars, through education program, for academies, or any way really of just increasing that communication. Events like today are perfect for that. I mean, you can see today brokers walking around, and absolutely, it's just them having that first-hand actual interaction with lenders, with master brokers, so that they can really understand what's happening. Because our experience, what we found really, is that there's lots of brokers out there who, and I don't want to tar them all with the same brush, absolutely not, but I think there's lots of brokers out there who, don't really understand the regulations that are coming in, don't understand the consequences, and don't understand what they're going to entail. But also, I don't think many of them really care too much at the moment. And why should they? I mean, they're dealing with their clients, they've been helping them, they've got expertise behind themselves, they understand the market, and they're helping them with their mortgages. And it's going to come into effect in March next year, and actually, they haven't really had to consider it before. But now with these regulations, they need to understand, because the secured loans are going to be sitting alongside mortgages, and clients need to be given that rounded proposition. That's kind of back on the first question as well. That's the service that the clients are going to get now will be a much more rounded proposition, because you're going to have mortgage advice and secured loan advice. And the brokers, it's all down to us to really help the brokers to get through this change, and to really make it as easy as possible for them to really to capitalise on every opportunity they've got, and to help the clients.
So not just today, but overall, do you think there are any particular issues that come up on a regular basis from brokers, and do you think there needs to be kind of any change in the industry to help them?
I think, the issues that you find from brokers are, there's lots of things kind of in turnaround time, and accessibility and ease of access, and fees and expense, and the way that the packaging of secured loans. As I say, these are going to come back a lot more in line with mortgages. We predict, no one fully knows how much the pendulum is going to swing from the FCA, but we predict that it's going to come down closely to the mortgage level. Now, that means that the way that products are delivered, packaged and put together, is going to be much more easily accessible for brokers. Now, in terms of change, it's all about technology for me. We've got to bring, the technology has got to come into line and compare the mortgage product and secured loan products for the broker, and to make it kind of a one-stop shop, so the client gets best service, the rounded proposition front end, but the broker has everything they need first hand, right in front of them, so that they can see what they're talking to the client about, help them understand, and basically have a straight direction access to us, so they can access it through technology. So it is happening. People are standing up, and more technology is coming into the marketplace. But for me, the biggest change needs to be technology, and really driving it forward, so that the brokers can get the most accessibility to the right products.
So with that in mind then, do you think the kind of product or is there a different area that is going to be the one to watch this year?
I think it sounds a bit kind of simplistic really, well, because we're talking about secured lending, but it has to be secured loans at the moment because it is the one to watch. Because, I mean, the industry is growing. It's a very exciting time. I mean, there's lots of players in the market who've been out there, they've survived the previous experiences through the credit crunch and so on, and they're still standing. There's lots of new players in the market, but we're here. We're not here to try and teach an old dog new tricks or so on and so forth. I think what we're trying to do is come together collectively and actually really deliver secured loans in light of the regulations that are coming next year. The FCA wants the secured loans to be put forward to clients and to the consumer. The everyday person that's walking on the street, they may not be able to get a mortgage through whatever reason, through whether it's bad credit, as I said earlier, or a criminal record, or whatever it may be. And they need to know that the perception really is that secured loans, there's a cynicism about them, and rightly so. They've never really been regulated at the delivery end, and so the wrong products have gone to the wrong people essentially. And so what Clever Lending are doing now is helping that push to making sure that the clients have access to the right clients at the right time in their lives. And because secured loans can really help people, I mean, even if you're looking at people in debt plans and so on, and it needs to happen. So the FCA and the regulation changes are pushing this forward, and rightly so, and we back it, and we're at the forefront of it, and we want to make sure that brokers understand it and we can help it.
Good. Well, it's good to have your thoughts today.
No.
Yeah, and hopefully see you at the next
I hope I
FSE.
didn't talk too quickly.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Far too quickly, so.
That's great.
Very
Thanks,
much.
Sam.
Nice
Thank
to meet
you.
you.